Oh my god, you guys, these dogs are driving me nuts. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and today we're trying to keep our sanity. We are actually doing a get ready with me. I have to kind of get ready like relatively quickly, and I didn't want to like review anything today because I don't know 100% what's going to happen, and clearly this is how my day is going. Like this is how far my hair has gotten. You're welcome. And the dogs are driving me nuts. My mom's not here today, so they just sit and cry and whine because they don't understand why she isn't here, which renders me on the verge of psychotic meltdown. So I thought we would just kind of hang out together for a little while, give me some sanity, and play around with, you know, some makeup and just put it on my face because that's what we need, and I need to do it in a relatively quick amount of time. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, I'll fix the hair at some point, but until then, let's go ahead and let's just prime our face. Let's just ignore everything else. And I think today I'm feeling the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Herb Primer. You guys, I did order another one of these. So good. Oh, listen to that. Good stuff. And honestly, you don't need a whole lot to do. Like that right there was probably too much. Like I could have used a little less. I love this primer though. It's so cooling, which is so great for someone who has hot flashes at the age of, you know, 19. Well, yeah, they started when I was younger with the tumor, but oh my god, it feels so good. Yes, queen. And then I like to just, you know, for more fun and added adornment, I don't know. I like the Photo Finish Primer Water, and I give that mainly just because I like that feeling. Like I feel like it's just like, it makes my skin feel so happy. Okay, so for foundation, what do we want to, I need my mirror because I can't see anything. Oh, yes, queen. My mirror is finally back. You guys, I had left this in the living room for the last, like, I don't even know how many videos, and I was too lazy every time I sat down to film to go get it, and I can't believe how bad my hair looks right now. That's alright, who cares? You guys don't care, right? Like, don't other people look like this naturally in the morning before they're all, like, ready to face the world? I feel like they have to. That's gonna drive me nuts. I need to put it up higher. How do you fix a top knot? You make it higher, duh. Look at that. Oh, yes. Bump. I look like a dinosaur? Yes, queen. Alright, you guys. We're on to something now. So for foundation, I'm actually going to try a combination. I've been playing around with this a lot more, and I'll kind of get into that here in a second, but I'm going to go in with my Hourglass stick. This is in the shade Alabaster, which I believe is their lightest shade, so it's a little bit too light for me, but I did that on purpose because I always have to mix foundations. So this is a little bit lighter, and then all my other foundations are darker, so I get what this offers as far as like the way it sits on the skin, plus I get some coverage. So today I'm going to go in with the Dior 24-Hour Undercover, blah, 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 blah. And we're just going to kind of dot the two on and, you know, do our face. That's kind of my jam lately. So, and I've been testing this Hourglass one out with a ton of different foundations, you guys. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I've used this a lot in the last couple of weeks. There is a reason though. I saw that there were 2 new stick foundations coming out, both of which I plan to review for you. The one, actually, I know that looks like a lot, but I have a really big face, you guys. And I've noticed too, when other people apply this on camera, they apply it differently than I do. Like, that looks like a lot, but my drag marks are really thin compared to everyone else who apparently was like applying it like really thick. I don't know. I watched some crazy ass videos and they're like, oh, this is plenty of coverage. And I'm like, in what world is this plenty of coverage? I don't know what world you're living in. In my world, that's not enough coverage. So now we go in with another foundation that brings some coverage. So anyways, the reason I started, I don't know where all that came from. See guys, remember what I said about Get Ready With Me's? This is the real unedited page. So now we're going to take that Dior foundation and just kind of dot it all over, and we're going to blend. Okay, so anyways, the reason I started playing around again with my stick foundation, there were, like I said, a couple launches coming out, and I was like, oh, you know, I've never been a huge fan of stick foundations. Like, I tried, this is gonna sound so bad, I tried this Hourglass one time, and I was like, I hate stick foundations, and literally I never used them again. However, I actually still had them because Sephora screwed up my order 4 times on when I ordered the Hourglass. It was probably, God, how many months ago? Like 8 months ago now. They had this thing that they offered on their site where they would send you the Hourglass foundation stick and the primer for one set price. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I would totally do that. Except they effed up and they literally only sent me the primer like 15 times, and then they only sent me the foundation once. Like literally, I think they sent me the wrong order 3 or 4 times. And I kept saying like, hey, you've already sent me the primer, just send me the foundation. No, we can't do that. That's not how it works in our system. We have to resend it to you. And I was like, okay. So then they resent it to me again. I got only the primer for the 2nd time, and I was like, okay, mother effer. Like, I'm starting to get pissed, you guys. It's been like 3 weeks, and you guys literally cannot send me what I ordered. Like, it's not that hard. So anyways, I ended up with 2 of the Hour sticks. I think, yeah, I have 2. I think I have 2 of those, which is good because now that I'm testing them more. But anyways, so that whole thing happened, and I used it one time, and then at that point I was just annoyed because of my experience with them and like not being able to get it, and I was just super pissed off. So anyways, fast forward to recently, I saw that there was a foundation stick being released. I'm not going to cover that little red spot. That's just going to be red. But anyway, sorry. This is things I say to myself. But how pretty does that look? Seriously. God, that looked gorgeous. Oh, Dior. You guys, I made myself take a break from Dior. Oh, Paige, one story at a damn time. Oh, you guys, this is what it's like talking to me in real life, too. I go from thing to thing to thing real quick. So foundation sticks. Yes, they were getting released by 2 different brands. There's one being released by Makeup Forever. No, by, not Makeup Forever, they already have one. Makeup Revolution, rather. There's one being released by them, and there's one being released by Pure Cosmetics, which I actually, as of today or yesterday, no, I just got it in last night. I have that foundation stick that was just released by them, so I'm super excited to test it out and see if I like it or not. So you'll get the review on that one really soon, hopefully, for the Pure Cosmetics twist up stick thing. But anyways, because they were releasing those, I'm like, well, Paige, you can't sit here and like say you're a beauty channel and not even be open to the idea of like testing out these other ones. Like that, you can't do that. And so I was like, all right, like if that's the case, you really need to get acquainted with your Hourglass stick. You need to figure out what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like, so that way, you know, you're just more well-rounded. And the one thing I will say that's like advantageous, I think that, you know, being like a, I say beauty YouTuber like really lightly because I don't think I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a beauty influencer. But I do think that I represent like a different part, a different demographic than a lot of people do. But anyways, that's not here nor there at the moment. The, where was I going with this? I think one of the coolest things that comes with it is that it constantly forces me to, I'm just blending by the way on my neck, and I went in with Shape Tape in the shade Fair. So I think one of the coolest things that I love about YouTube and like having a channel and all this is that it constantly forces me to go outside of my comfort zone and to just try different things, different combinations. I can't really get, you know, just straight up in love with one combination because I'm always trying new things, or I'm always forcing myself to, again, just like reinvent my own wheel and find things that I liked. I was actually looking through my foundation drawer and I just happened to see the 2 foundations. I used to pair them together all the time. It was like my favorite. I'm like, I will never change from this foundation. Oh my god, I love it so much. And I literally haven't worn that combination in months because I just keep moving on and trying new things. And before you know it, you fall in love with other options. And it's just, it's crazy. I used to watch like YouTubers and stuff, and they'd be like, oh, I can't imagine what this would be like. You know, I can't imagine what it would be like to ever stray from a foundation. Like, once I find one, I love it, and that's how I used to be, right? And now I'm like, I can't imagine sticking with the same foundation routine for longer than 2 weeks because I'm just constantly, you know, ebbing and flowing and trying new things, which is awesome. And I love it. Honestly, I think what I love about it is that I have discovered so many other like preferences that I have that I didn't even know I could. Like, you know, at first I would have been like, oh, there's no way I'm ever gonna find coverage for my face. Like, oh, my face is beyond coverage. Like, oh, it's so awful, right? And just as time has went on and progressed, I've come to realize that like that is so not the case. Like, I'm here to tell you, if you are someone that's watching this and you're like, you know, this issue or this whatever, I will never be able to solve that. Not true. I used to think this, like, first it was coverage, or no, I'm sorry, first it was color. I will never find a foundation that will match me in color. And then I was like, wait a second, do you have to? Like, make it work for your damn skin, Paige. You don't gotta be that damn, you know, stubborn. Like, just make it work for you. Sorry, this powder's almost out, and I look like I'm having a mild seizure. I only need a little bit of it, though, so that's good. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I have 2 on backup, but I'm such a little cheap ass that I'm like, I will get every ounce of powder out of here because I paid for it. But anyways, at first it was my color. I'm like, I will never find anything in my color. Okay, well, whatever. Got over that real quick. And then it was coverage. I will never find something with enough coverage to work for my skin. Well, clearly that didn't happen. Then it was pores. My pores are never going to look like theirs. They're never going to look good. My pores are never going to look as snatched as everybody else's. I mean, it's just like, it's one thing to another to another. And don't get me wrong. Yes, does sometimes like things like money play a role in that? Yeah, because you have to be able to, you know, experiment and find other things, find other powders or find other, you know, foundations, whatever they are. But you have to be able at some point to do that kind of stuff and really experiment. But I mean, if you live in an area where you're able to get samples and test stuff and whatnot before you spend your money, oh my God, that is so the way to go. Like, I didn't have that opportunity because of where I live. You know, Northern Michigan, we're not that great when it comes to having stores that you can go check out. I have an Ulta that is about an hour away from me, which is the one that I go to, and they're super nice for the most part there. And, you know, I love the manager. She's a big sweetie. And it's stuff like that. You know, I feel like there's so much more to makeup. There's so many different experiences. Like, I've actually talked to people in real life that are like, I don't know how you love makeup so much. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And they're like, well, I've never looked good with it, so I just stopped wearing it. And I'm like, oh my God, you were just wearing the wrong stuff. Like, I feel, and it makes me so sad because I was that person. Like, I know that defeated feeling when it comes to makeup. Like, before I started my channel, I was convinced. I'm like, nope, this is just how ugly people have to look. And granted, don't get me wrong, like, my self-esteem was a lot different back then too. But still, like, that overall defeated attitude, no one should have to have that for any aspect of their life. Like, that just sucks. And I just, ugh, I don't know. I'm so glad now that I'm like, in a place where I can say, like, that's not true. And I'm also in a place where I can tell other people, like, you don't have to feel that way. You don't have to live that way. You know, having, you know, acne or having redness, rosacea, big pores, different skin tones, like, those things do not have to, you know, define your makeup game. And I just, it's crazy to me to think that back in the day, by the way, Cody Airspun now. Back in the day, people didn't have all these options, you know, people, like, I remember my mom telling me when she would go to the grocery store, which is the only place that she got makeup, you know, for a long time, even into her adulthood, she's like, I never even would have thought about buying other makeup because it was so expensive. And back then, it just wasn't a thing like it is now. It wasn't as accessible to, like, the common person. There wasn't anyone that would, like, vouch for it. And she said it was a big deal, even as a grown woman, for me to go to the store and get any kind of makeup. Like my dad, when we would go downstate, my dad would say, oh honey, you know, is there anything you want from the store? And like, we were always like really conscious of money, but at the same time, my parents tried really hard to make sure that we had a good time and like we could always have what we wanted and enjoy the trip, you know. They were just that kind of parents. They were super giving and they always tried really hard. And, you know, we would all kind of pick out like a snack or something. And my mom, the only thing she would ask for is like a new tube of foundation or a new, you know, something to that effect. And she said it was never hard for me to pick out because there were only 6 shades and they were all the same. Like there was like, I think she said there were only 6 shades. There was like one type and it was CoverGirl. And she's like, there weren't any other options. And she said, if it didn't work for you, it was your only choice. So now that I'm kind of into this whole side of it, my mom told me, she's like, Paige, I am so crazily, like, I'm enamored that there's so many different products and that they consider so many different people, because when I was younger, or even, again, as a young adult, as young as when we used to go downstate, I was probably, oh gosh, I would have been up to the age of like 10. So, I mean, we're looking at like 18 years ago, 20 years ago. The choices were just garbage, you know, especially where we lived. Like, you really, especially where we lived, you really didn't have any other options. So, okay, I'm going to do my brows off of camera. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so that took a second. You ever have one of those days where you're like, oh, things are going well, but not anymore? That's me today. But hey, you know, they kind of look like distant stepsisters that like kind of have a working relationship, but both have daddy issues. That's kind of what, that's what we're going for today, I guess. Next up, we're going in with the Gimme Brow. This is their Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. I just picked this up, actually. I have not used it yet, and I'm kind of excited about it because I really, really needed a brow gel, like really bad, and I haven't been able to find one. Like, I had a Tarte one, but it was too clear, and then after that, I'm like, oh, these are all gonna suck. So this I saw, it was super highly recommended on the Ulta website. And I guess that like Benefit just redid their formula or something. I don't know. So I thought I'd give this one a try. Ooh, that's looking good. I just realized you guys were really far away. I don't think it's anything you'll be able to see on camera, but like that looks really pretty. Like, again, I've never used a brow gel that has color to it, so I'm new to this whole brow gel game, I guess, because I've never used one. I've never, honestly, you guys, I've never needed to. Like, previous to me growing out my brows and, like, actually growing them like I have been, I've just never had a need because I didn't have any eyebrows. I feel like watching my YouTube channel is like the mixture of someone who wants to have talent, might have a little talent, and a car crash, like all at one time. But you guys, I'm so excited. I have almost 3,000 subscribers. That means there are almost 3,000 of you that like watch me, that, or not watch me, but have signed up to watch me. Ooh, watch me, watch me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. You guys, I know what I want to do with my eyes. I'm so excited. This is the newest Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadow. This is in the shade Coral Crush. Allow me the pleasure of swatching this for you. First of all, like, who is more obsessed with the Stilas than I am? Probably no one other than Stila themselves. Can't wait to get on that PR list. By the way, like, there are lists. This is, okay, I'll get into that in a second. But you guys, they released this color. I saw it on Trend Mood. I saw that it went on sale. I died. It literally is like the beautiful, like, reflectant coral, like, sexy of your dreams. And what I love about this, probably more than anything, is that if you're looking at it in real life, I don't think it'll pick up on camera. This is one of their glitter and glows. Now, the difference between their glitter and glows is like, and this is just a real quick recap, like the pigment, or not, I'm sorry, their glitter and glows are more glittery, obviously, and their shimmer and glows or whatever. The glitter ones are more glittery. The shimmery ones are more like a wet pigment, so they are a lot more opaque and they just go on a lot thicker. But what I love, not thicker in texture, but like thicker in color that you get, like the saturated color that's going on your eyes. And again, I'm going to make a full video on my collection of these so we can talk about them. I'm going to tell you guys what my favorites are, what my least favorites are, and well, not that there are any, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm going to give you guys all the deets. Kat, if you could not play with a piece of food or an old bone or whatever the hell you're playing with under there, that would be great. In all seriousness though, I really hope it's not an old bone because that'd be creepy as shit. But anyways, one of the things I really love about this color in particular when I swatched it is that if you're in real life, this glitter reflects so many different colors in different lights. There's pinks, there's purples, there's yellows that could even be considered like a green. I mean, there's just so many different colors, gold, that you could pull from this that would all complement it very well. So it's just a very well-rounded, you know, shade. If you had to pick one, it's so beautiful. So I think this is definitely what we're gonna go with today, and I'm just gonna work maybe like a pinky color or something into the crease. You guys, I'm not kidding you. I have been, like, my eyes have been bloodshot for 2 days, and I have no idea why. I don't know if it's just like no sleep. It feels like there's a lash in this eye. Like, do they look really red to you? I feel like they look really red in real life. Ah, and it's both of them, and they're so red. Oh my gosh. This one, it feels like there is a lash in it though, like maybe one of these is like growing into it or something. I don't know. All right, let's just move on. Otherwise, I'm going to get really irritated. What do I want to use? I just need the closest palette. The closest palette happens to be this Violet Voss Like a Boss eyeshadow palette, which you guys already saw my full review on. You already know I love it. You already know I think it is a queen of all queens. And let's just run some of these colors into my eyes. Now, this part is not what this is about, so I'm just going to add some bake to my eye, and we're going to keep on talking. It is confirmed. The tag on my mattress, or not my mattress, I'm sorry, the tag on my blanket is touching the ground, and my cat has taken it upon herself to play with that and try to rip the blanket off my bed via the tag. Wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and play with some of these. So what else is new, you guys? What else is happening? What else is popping? I don't really have a good answer to that. Yes, faux cut crease cuteness. It's like so demure and so cute. Yes, queen, I love it. Ba 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 ba. I'm glittery. These make an excellent base. Like instead of going in with concealer and taking the time to do all of that, you can go in with just a Stila glitter and then like a pigment or a glitter of some kind, like a NYX glitter pigment, a MAC glitter or a pigment, anything like that. And it just makes for the most fun time ever. Ooh, that one would look real pretty. Okay, this is the shade Rose. This is a MAC pigment. Ooh, let's see what we think of that. What do you guys think? Isn't that, it's like, it's right here and then this is the Stila glitter. Those go together really nicely. Oh, but look at how pretty. Yes, MAC pigment. Like, I just, oh. And it adds such a subtle sheen, like, but it's just so pretty. You could also do this with a glue if you wanted to, like a regular, you know, I use the Too Faced glitter glue or the NYX glitter glue. Okay, put the lid on the MAC pigment before you wear the MAC pigment. Guess who didn't realize the SD card was full and then accidentally dunked into the black instead of the brown? That'd be this girl. Goody. So now I get to blend my actual life away. So the eye look that was actually almost done 10 seconds ago is now like taking way longer. So that's wonderful. Oh my god. Okay. New plan. You guys are going to like this plan. Stila glitter. Whole lid. Yep, even over the black, don't care. You guys, a lot of you complimented me in one of my last videos for like not giving a shit when it comes to rules about makeup. You're about ready to really love me because watch this. I'm just going to take that, blending it out with my finger, and I'm done. Boom. What do you guys think? Good? Good. I agree. I'm just going to put on some liner and pretend like it never happened. You guys, this is real life. And I'm sorry. I lose so much respect for YouTubers or for anybody for that matter that act like their makeup just goes the way it should every day. Like, literally on a daily basis, I screw my makeup up. Like, it's just the way it is. And I'm alright with that. Because I feel like that's what makes you human. Like, that's what makes you relatable. And, like, if I was perfect, I would, A, not be relatable. And B, I would be claiming to be someone that I'm not. So, I'm okay with this. Like, it's fine. Not a big deal. So, what else is new? Alright, now that there's, like, still a hair in my eye or some shit. I don't know. You guys, is this weird? Like, and if this creeps you out, I'm really sorry. I can literally pull out like a 4-inch hair out of my eyes. Like I'll see like a hair in my eye and I'm like, oh, and I'll get the hair out and it will literally be like wrapped around my eye. Is that like, that's weird, right? Like, it's gotta be weird. And my mom is always like, what is wrong with you? And like, it takes a lot for my mom to get like that. And she's like, Paige, that's not normal. And I'm like, well, it is in my world. Which, P.S., I know I told you guys, I bought excess of my favorite mascara. It's Urban Decay Perversion. I bought a bunch of it when it was on sale. And do you think I can find that shit now? I lost it and I don't know where I put it. I'm sure I put it somewhere for safekeeping. But I need to stop doing that. Because I, honest to God, lose everything that I put up for safekeeping. Like, oh, I put it here. Where the hell was here, Paige, you freaking dinkus? Like, I just lose everything. I don't know how it's even possible for one person to misplace that much crap, and I do it constantly. It's just, it always is so amazing. Amazing? Okay. I got asked the other day, Paige, how do you contour your nose? And I said, with caution. Because I honestly, like, my nose honestly doesn't probably need a ton of contour. So I try not to, like, overboard on it. But I also try to, like, you know, make sure that it does look okay. I'm not one of those people that, like, spends all this time on it. Like, I watched James Charles do his nose. I was like, yeah, no. But I also know, like, he has a bigger nose than me, so he would, you know, it'd be something he would spend more time on. But I'm just like, yeah, no. Kind of like my, like, full coverage. Like, I need to take the time and build my coverage. Someone like him, they don't have to, but they do take the time to, like, you know, sculpt their nose, which is totally cool. If anything, I'm like, damn, girl, you got one hell of a, like, a snatchability going on there. That's freaking talent. This is Fix Plus. I finally have a bottle of it. Yes, queen. Okay, guys, I am going to go ahead. I am going to finish up my face, add some liner and mascara, and fix this damn hair. And then I'll be right back, and we will wrap this whole deal up. Well, you guys, my other camera battery died, and I am gonna go attempt to tame my hair. What's funny is that, like, I would totally leave it like this, except it looks a little bit too much over here. But I just wanted to come on here and show you guys the finished product. For the lips, I actually went in with a weird combination that I wasn't expecting. So I wanted to test out the, where is it? Hold on. Okay, I wanted to test out these Urban Decay. This is one of their new glosses they came out with. This is in the shade Back Talk. But when I put it on at first, I was like, that's not nearly as acceptable as what I need it to be. So, because it looked too like muddy pinky on my lips and it just didn't go with the face. So I wanted to put it over something. So I rolled out this color. This is a ColourPop Luxe Liquid Lips. This is in the shade Afterglow. And I was like, oh, that looks perfect, because in tube it looks like a nice mauvey pink. Oh no, you put it on, girl, it looks hot ass pink. So then I put this over top. I don't hate it. It feels a little like a bit gummy, you know what I mean? Where it's like kind of giving that butthole lip vibe situation. Not my favorite, but like it looks really pretty, and I think it'll get more comfortable. I think I just have to get used to it. You guys, I honestly feel like there's no way to make this work correctly. So I'm just gonna sign off. But anyways, that's where I was going with this. This morning has been such a cluster hell from my eyes, which, by the way, I added the liner to, and I actually think that it kind of pulled it out of the gutter a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, are they great? No. But like, will they work? Yeah. Do I care that much? No, I already quit caring. But all of that to say, you guys, this is a day when I am with you. This is a day where I'm just like everybody else, and I had a badass makeup day. But on the upside, complexion looks really nice. I don't think this camera is gonna do me justice in these lights, but complexion looks nice. The eyes we had a bit of an issue with, and the lips kind of got like hot ass fluorescent pink here in a second. But I really, you know, I'm one of you guys today. I don't take it that seriously, and I've said this before on my channel, and this is kind of, oh god, this is what I want my final like signing off thoughts to be for this video. You don't have to take makeup so seriously. Just because there are people out there like Jeffree Star or Tati or any of them that are like ridiculously talented, doesn't mean that you are any less talented, or like if your makeup doesn't turn out perfect or the way you planned, it doesn't mean that you're like not good. It means that you had an off day. Even they have off days. They just don't show it on camera like the rest of us do. You know what I mean? Like, no shade. I'm not like trying to be a bitch or anything, but like a lot of people, they've made their careers on being talented, and so anything that doesn't reflect talent doesn't go on the internet, because that's, you know, that's who they are, and that's fine. But just so you guys know, days like this, these are the days that I so understand the struggle. Days like this are what help me stay relatable to you guys. Days like this are what help me stay the kind of channel that you guys like to watch, because I understand what you go through. I understand when things don't work. I get it, and I'm here for it. Like, I understand. And at the end of the day, you know how I'm gonna solve it? I'm gonna throw on a pair of glasses and it's gonna be over. Like, it's just done. I'm gonna go live my life just like any other ordinary person has to go live their life. So all of that to be said, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching this catastrophe unfold on my face. I think it turned out glittery and beautiful, if nothing else, and I hope that you enjoyed that Coral Cove, which I lost. I thought it was on my hand, but apparently I wiped it off, so never mind. You guys, please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below if you have not already. I really appreciate it. That is all, and again, I hope you guys have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Ooh. Get ready with me, get ready with me. You know you want to. Although I don't blame you if you don't, 'cause I'm kind of weird.